Just a foreword before we get started. Black men do not cancel black women for dating out. It's a fact and a half. We do not cancel black women for dating out. We may use the talking point of we point out the hypocrisy when black women date out, how black women react to black men who date out as opposed to black women, but it's never a full cancellation. She sold out to Zaddy, whatever. And for people who say, well, you cancel Serena Williams and blah blah blah, that's based on how those women look. Look at Lonely Love. Facts. Hello, this is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And that handsome face you see up there pictured is mine. Yes, that is mine. And I give reverence to Tommy Smith and John Carlos, not for the purpose of virtue signaling, is because men like them need to be remembered in times such as these. Black men. I make my content for, the perspective of black men. My goal has always pretty much been we need to have a fair part in the conversation as black men, because especially in places like YouTube, because we're only thought to come here to have, all black men do is bash black women and spend time talking about hair weave and all this other stuff. And, this really does not represent the collective. And yes, there are a couple out there like that, but as far as YouTuber always talking about hair weave and all this other stuff, I don't see it. But anyway, here's why I'm making this. And let me put out a disclaimer. If you can read the English language, what you're reading up here states, black men, what they think about you is imperative to the conversation. Basically, just kind of a vetting type deal. You're always vetted no matter what. You've seen it in examples in the media. You can literally write a song called This Is America. Talking about the plight of racism, and the only thing they care about is who you knocked up. Yeah, you got to go through some shit to have a decent part in the conversation if you are a black man. Because as you can see through examples in the media itself, like, people like, I would say Cornel West, Dr. Claude Anderson, even Dr. Umar Johnson. Someone always got something to say about a brother. But when I make a statement like this, black men, what they think about you is imperative to the conversation. It is in no way, shape, or form doing what a lot of black men on social media, and guess what, fellas? Your place is denied by the women. It just is. But we'll talk about that in a second. These guys who call themselves these leaders, and they have these steel chests and all this, they feel like that black men should not be talking about certain things. Now, I'll say something to those black men. I'm not gonna call you a simp. I'm not gonna call you a creamy ass nigga, even though you look like one. What I will say is, you want your part in the conversation, let them have their part of the conversation too, because what some of those guys have been around is basically a treasonous act against black people. But, here's what they think about you, black man. They think you don't count. And a lot of, even black men think that you don't count because they suffer from this number one black man syndrome, and that's something that can have a better name, but let me explain it just like this. The number one black man, that's the guy that wants to stand atop of everything. If they get the most misandrous, feminist, hateful, just hate men all the way around woman to like them or to agree with them on a couple talking points, They are the ones that feel like they have done better than any other brother out there. I don't do well with those types because I won't let people disrespect me. And that's across the board. I won't let black people, I would say, bully me. And bullying is such a strong word, but it is what it is. It's exactly what it is. It's a shaming tactic just to is a shaming tactic just to get you to shut up, basically. So, I mean, brothers, keep talking if you mean well, because if you're not genuine, and most of those people aren't, they'll be exposed sooner or later. But you have to hold steadfast by what you believe in, because guess what? Everyone gets that shot. And these brothers who want to be the number one black man, especially to be the number one alpha black man in their world, they have to get the approval of women. And that's just how it is. And that's just what we're facing. And it does piss me off. Like, I thought about leaving this platform a couple of times. I love it. I love being here, but it's just like, damn. It's like in order to survive, you got to do some bullshit. But at the same time, what am I bitching about, man? It's like it's with everything is believing yourself as a black man, no matter what any of these motherfuckers think. And I can't get caught up in being the person that I complain about. And I don't want any other black man to get caught up in doing the same thing. I don't give a damn if you make 10 videos about these hoes. I don't give a fuck. They don't like you anyway. You can literally go out there, change your rhetoric, say, hey, oh man, these brothers need to stop talking about these women. You will never, ever be revered by any of them as someone who's trying to champion unity. To them, they treat you like, it's almost like being a dad. It's almost like being a mom. That's just what you're supposed to do. Why do you think you deserve extra credit for it? Why do you think you deserve extra credit for doing the one thing that a lot of these people and the majority of black women complain about? Protecting black women. We don't protect black women. Yes, we do. We protect the fuck out of black women. And anybody can debate me on that. The only reason why they say that they're not protected because there's a bunch of guys online calling out the behavior of females, especially negatively impacting children. So I'll be the first one to say it's bullshit. Hell, I protect mine. Hell, I stay in neighborhoods where I see men protecting theirs. I mean, it may not be something that you can put in a photo opportunity all the time, but there are stories out there. Melvin Big Smoke Harris. So what it is you can say that black men are weak and defeated, but we can't say you can't raise children. That you're unfit to raise sons because you can't. You keep complaining about the daddy need to be there, but what did you do to set it up? What kind of parent are you at the end of the day? And that goes for the brothers too. What kind of parent are you at the end of the day if you created a child? If you're in the home, shit, those guys are not left out of this. If you made a baby, male or female, that's the answer right there. Stop bitching and moaning about the other side. Wait. They should be there. No, you need to do what you need to do because you helped create that situation too. But yeah, you know what? Every time a black man says something, oh my God, it's time for me to virtue signal and say these brothers hate women. That's what they think about you. That's imperative to how you view things, how you need to approach it. Should I approach this conversation respectful? Should I try to have some intellectual moments, or is this conversation so gone I need to cuss them out for like 2 straight minutes and then check the fuck out the conversation? That's what's imperative. Is the conversation a waste of your time or a good use of your time? What I'm saying is this. We as black men, we do feed into a lot of bullshit that deserves to be called out. Think about this. Let me bring up a heavy real quick. Like how these little douchebag, shea butter, feminist, misandrist. Let me collect all the photos of just the women at these barbecue protests. Let me just take the pictures of them and them kind of women. They have been making it a George Floyd versus Breonna Taylor. And that to me is like, wow, that's enough to make anybody just say, hey, fuck it, I'm going to church. For those of you, that's scared. But for people like me, it's just like, damn, I'm just sitting back. These fuckers are fucking morons. There have been very effective changes, very good changes made in both situations. And all these little shea butter, masculine vagina ass. Well, I don't want this video to be, Well, anyway, these motherfuckers keep pushing this versus shit. Let me be honest with you, people. Like everyone who listens to this video. Yeah, it was them that started the gender war. Black women, black females, they started the gender war on YouTube. So most of them are going to just continue to thrive off this gender war. I'm talking about on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever the fucking shit is. Always putting out these little victim narratives. You know why? Because like I said, their horrible parenting is being called out. So that's going to happen. And also these weave warriors. And a weave warrior ain't necessarily a woman that wears weave, but a woman that fights on behalf of women that wear weave, because blah, blah, blah. This is all these men can talk about. They're bringing up criminal records. Here's the thing. No one ever forgot about black women in this struggle. We were saying say her name for over a year with Sandra Bland. We made sure they didn't forget her name. Why, in less than 2 years later, black women are complaining that black women aren't being looked at because George Floyd is being made the face? Then you get up with this. It's all by design. It's all by design. I said earlier in this video that we protect black women. You're not fighting everyone. You're not fighting. You're going out here picking fights. Shout out to my sisters out there in the YouTube arena, but it's like, no, it's not the world against black women. It's black women trying to fight the world. It's like, sit the fuck back and chill for a goddamn once. And then the guys I said I wasn't going to call these old creamy, buttery ass niggas, like, they're not making it any better either. It's like, start representing the brothers. This was not a George Floyd versus Breonna Taylor situation. I'll say it again. This was not a George Floyd versus Breonna Taylor like a lot of you tried to make out. It was a black people versus the world. And if you see it that way, but none of y'all won't. So much so that you'll ignore every black man. That's what they think about you. You ignore every black man that tries to affect any good, positive change. Yeah, something wrong with y'all niggas. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Now we can hit them where it hurts. I mean, no matter how it's coming, no matter what's the catalyst, no matter who it's coming through, because I don't fucking care. The time right now is to hit them where it hurts. You can hit them from all directions now. You can eradicate racism. You'll never completely get rid of it, but you'll make racism just frowned upon and just destroy the person that tries to deliver it. No, instead, you want to still be divisive. Yeah, like me personally, they say I'm divisive for calling out the division in our community. I'm here to say, suck it up. Like, I don't care if I'm gonna say what I feel is right as a black man. What you think of me at the end of the day is irrelevant. It's imperative, but it's irrelevant. Because that means that I know how to deal with you. If you come at me a certain way, okay, if you come for blood, I will take all the blood from you. If you come very courteous and professional, we will have a very courteous, professional conversation. But all of those little bullshit views, talking points y'all got about black men now, because really, honestly, that's what you're trying to do anyway. The little shea butter feminists, they're just trying to get views, likes, clicks, validation that in other situations and in other worlds, such as the real world, they'll look like a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. Hell, these guys out here that's with the clown shit, hell, you too. Shit, I'm just saying, it's like, we can get it together, or y'all can continue to have this fun, because sooner or later somebody's gonna say, oh my God, look what they're doing. Let's campaign against it and get rid of it altogether. And then all of you will be gone. So here's what this black man think about you. You better be satisfied that black men are talking about the stuff they are talking about instead of getting into the real nitty gritty. You be trying to flag all these videos around here. Y'all don't like the truth for real coming from a black man. Period. You want your asses kissed. And you know, that's the problem with black people across the board. We want our asses kissed. We want everybody to pat us on the little booty and tell us that everything's gonna be all right no matter what you do. No, nigga. You don't get away with anything. You don't get away with the little petty bullying. Because that's what I see. You know, you get smacked around a little bit. You got to know how to take some punches. If you're going to throw some punches, you got to take some punches too. Black man, seriously. We do have to take a position of leadership. And guess what? The key word in all of that is take. You take it. Fuck people giving it to you. Because they don't want to. You take that leadership. You don't have to do it by physical force. You make everything around you make common fucking sense. That is the first step. Make everything common sense. You cannot be defeated doing things that require common sense. Or do or don't do things because your common sense, gives you that caution. Just do something. Don't let anyone take your part of the conversation just because black men did, but what happened in 1650 was black men was beaten up by white men. Like, tell them bitches to shut up and grab a history book. Like, good God. And dudes that attack other dudes for, like, quote unquote arguing with women, there are plenty of people that argue with black men. If you are too cowardly to point that out, screw you too. Your part of the conversation is important too. But just because I happen to disagree with it doesn't mean that I don't think it's important. It's all important. That's all I'm saying. And if you try to take that from anybody else, yeah, hopefully I'll be there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying from now on. Let's begin to become our better selves. It's gonna take saying some really harsh shit, but it's necessary right now. Long live the habitual line steppers. And Kev, we trust. Bye.